Greetings, everyone. How are you today? I hope you're all doing really well. I'm in this funny little secret spot. This is a rather vacant IBM building backing up against the tip of the new Capitol campus. And when I walk Mankin, we always come this route. I don't tend to take the camera with me when we go for our walks. And it's just this little respite in the middle of the city. There's even this quaint little picnic park that is really always nice and, well, you see it. And it's such a respite from the, I had a professor once who said the worst part of socialism is the architecture. We've got these big, it's so nice and cool under here on this hot day. And this to the right is an old historic, used to be a press, and then we've got this fence, and it's going around that quaint little apartment, and that quaint little apartment, and this really dear house that was like a little beauty spa. That was its last incarnation. And I'll film it from the front too. And then this, the last incarnation, was a bed and breakfast called the Ground Inn. And across the street you can see our little socialist architectures. So this is really the only nice kind of area within this part of town. It was not when I left a few years ago, but when I came back I was very disoriented, and huge, not only swaths of neighborhoods, but entire neighborhoods had been taken out to put up buildings where people go and don't do work. And, you know, what is there to do? It's so funny. The more state workers I meet, the more sort of horror stories I hear about, you know, so there's kind of one of your yuckier buildings. But here's our empty IBM. And we can go around if you'd like, and we can pick up on that. So I'll see you around the corner. I'm sorry if I'm a sucker for older architecture and, hey there, animal, green belts. But there is something lovely and about a city that is not only corridors, but that has rooms in it too. That's what the old European architects would say. You need your little green belts. And I want to move so much. I think it's time. I feel, you know, when certain things begin to happen, it's just really a sign to leave, that, you know, there's too many monsters lurking about in real estate, wanting to knock down the last small remnants of what made Olympia in the good sense. And we're almost there. Here's our little wild place over here, and they'll be getting to watch the fruits of this from their little perch I always like that little window. It's got something fun going on. It's cute. And here we are. So in the city that, I'm not saying it's the greatest building, but I know it's better than whatever is going to replace it. I think we all know that. And here is another place. These were always just really cheery. There's this pretty, the roses. The roses. Can I find one? Sorry, you guys. There's some really beautiful roses going on that bush. Very tall, and you wonder if they know, does this bush know it's doomed? And all behind this fence. And this is, this wonderful place across the street with the big tree and the wild back. But here we go with the socialist architecture. It's so hot and airless. Just looking at it, it's hard to breathe. And then you just go to more of the same. So it will basically just ruin anything on this street. The whole street is horrible. And this was the only piece of charm. So I would come down here with the doggy, and we would walk kind of through the back. We would cut through. Nobody minded. And there's the crimson red rose bush. Is it too far? Is there a way to get to it? Maybe the light is just too much right now. Sorry. Okay. Can I bring this back down? Sometimes this thing is a little bit tricky to operate, and it won't go back there. And there's the stairs to the little perchy, cute little upstairs apartment. And then here we are at this little beauty spa. And this house is really nice architecture. Can you see it? It's hard filming through the fence. But it's sad when you see someone take something down that they could never replicate. That they could never, ever, ever, ever make in a trillion million years. And that's hard to see. There we go. So, hello, little deer house that's so well built. I bet you just feel great inside. These old houses were just charming to be in. I just remember people living in them in the past, and gorgeous wooden floors and deep, nice porches that keep you all just perfect and safe. And it had a just right little yard. I hate talking about it in the past tense, and it's sad. This is like, I don't know, it was just like the place where we like to come and we like to be, to escape this madness that is so prevalent in Olympia. So as progressive and as cool as they want to tell you they are, I don't see it, because this is basically like a little kind of historic preservation site. And this is like a little cute lane that we would walk up through to get to the IBM. So, I don't know. I did write to the city about it. I kind of just told them, I was heartbroken. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And I just got back such a, virtue signaling letter, that they're doing the right thing, and you know, they're so full of themselves, and they have the power to make these horrible mistakes. And look at these trees that have been here for so long. Oh my God, why am I doing this to myself, huh? These beautiful, it's so cool here where this tree is, and it's completely impossible to walk over there. It's just like so horrible. The cubes, the Saturn cubes. There was even a business here for a while, and its logo was a cube. And I remember like really delving into the whole Saturn cube thing for a while because of it. They're not around anymore. Their sign was up for a while, but I don't think it is anymore. But it was like the world shaped like a cube. It was like the most sort of dreadful of logos. So yeah, it's interesting what they value. So, you know, I did get this, just it was silly to get such a letter back, like, yes, you know, they're doing a great thing by tearing it all down, and you know, it's liberalism. This is the face of socialism right here. And now I see why that professor saw how bad, you know, how socialist architecture really sums up the unimaginative mind, you know, and is anti-nature. I'm sure they can't wait to just knock down. It feels so good right here, right now, and it's sad to know it won't, because of greed. Because of greed, there won't be. I wonder where the birds will go that live here. There's so much being torn down lately. I saw a beautiful owl, like on a telephone pole the other day, and it was looking so lost. And I saw a fox the other night when I was walking through here that looked very lost as well, as if all this displacement is happening. Oh, I didn't realize. So they're taking down, this was called the Old Sherwood Press. This was a printing press someone started back here in like the 1800s or something. You could see the old brick building. And this one had been very old. It sort of got redone, and it was like a residence. There was someone living there, and then that was the bed and breakfast. So this is actually probably one of the few kind of historic corners in Olympia. And I do recall when it was still running as a press. I'm dating myself. I'm like this ancient ghost, right? Wandering about that they didn't expect to survive. And here we are. So I say my farewells to the beautiful trees and the happy animals that live there, that don't know what horror is in store. Many blessings. May we pray for more intelligence on this planet.